Hi, we are doing Redbook 10.4 even numbers. All right, starting with number 4. We are identifying the slope. We are given coordinates, and then from there we are given the slope, and from that coordinate point we will create a line that can connect to create our linear line based on our slope. We're also going from our slopes, two slopes, and determining what our two coordinates rather, and then determining what our slope is. So it's vice versa. Either you have one coordinate and a slope to create your line, or you have two coordinates and you must identify the slope of the line. All right, so let's take a look at this. Here we have 2 points. Okay, we want to know what the change in y is, the change in x, and then the slope. Now in class we spoke of 2 different ways this can be done. We can use the slope formula to determine what the slope is, or we can graph the 2 points, okay? And in graphing the 2 points, determine our rise and our run by counting, okay? In this case, for number 4, number 5, and number 6, we're going to use the slope formula, okay? All right, and I'm going to use this as my working space, all right? Here we have y1 minus y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And what that basically means, it doesn't matter which we refer to, long as we are consistent that if we choose the value from this coordinate to be our first digit, that we make sure that it's the first digit for our y versus the first digit for our x, and then for our first and here. So we have to be sure that we have everything in order, okay? So if we say y2, this is y2, which is 7, minus y1, which is 5, over x2, which is 2, minus x1, which is 0 in this case. All right, so therefore, let's go. 7 minus 2 is 2, and 2 minus 0 is 2. So what happened? This is our y. Our change in y was 2. Okay? Our change in x was 2. Our slope is 2 over 2, or 1. Okay? And that's how that is done. All right? Let's take a look at our next one. At our next one, here's our second coordinate. So our y2 is 5. Our y1 is a negative 4, so it's minus negative 4, over our x2 is negative 6, minus our x1 is negative 8. Okay, so now let's go. We don't subtract integers. We change our subtraction to a plus and the sign that follows. We don't subtract integers. We change our subtraction to a plus and the sign that follows. All right, so now let's work it out. 5 plus a positive 4 is a 9. Negative 6 plus a positive 8 is a 2. All right, so now let's take a look at it. If that be the case, the change in y was 9. The change in x was 2. Our slope is 9 halves. And there's no simplifying. And so that's how that is done. Okay? Now, the second way of determining our slope is that if we have the 2 coordinates, we can count for our change. So let's look at the change in y. For the y line, we're here at 1. Okay? And then we changed and we made it to 4. All right, so then what's the change? Let's count. If we start from 1 up to 4, 1, 2, 3. So the change in y was 3. Okay, now for our x is 1, and then our x was 4 from here to here. All right, so let's see. From here to here, from 1 to 4. So let's count. 1, 2, 3. So the change in x was 3. So our slope was 3 over 3. Therefore, simplified, it is 1. Here, for number 10, our y line in this case is a negative 3. Okay? And then our y line up here is a positive 1. So let's count from here to here. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. Our change in y is 4. Now we go from negative 3 to a negative 1. Let's count. For our x change, 1, 2. So our x change is 2. Therefore, our slope is 4 over 2, or in this case, 2. All right? So now, let's move forward to our next portion. Here, we are given one coordinate and given a slope. All right? So, let's take a look. If we are given the coordinates negative 2, 1, 2, positive 2, 1, 2 here, then our slope of our line is 1 over 5. Our rise is 1 and our run is 5, and it is positive. Since it is positive, we should have a line that looks like this, okay? So let's take a look. Starting from our coordinates, negative 2, 2, we rise 1 and we run 5. My fault. I'm looking at you going like this, but it should go like this, okay? All right, so we rise 1 and we run 5. 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going in a positive direction here. Rise 1, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rise, well, let's fall and go negative. Double negatives give us a positive. Fall 1 and run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and therefore our line looks like this. Okay? All right, let's look at number 14. We're going to use red. Okay, on number 14, we have our coordinates negative 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, positive 1 here. Slope of the line, negative 3, positive 7. Negative 3 over 7. So our slope is going to, our line is going to go like this. All right, so here we go. We're going to rise 3, 1, 2, 3. And we're going to run 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, somewhere out here. We're going to fall 3, 1, 2, 3, and run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our line looks a little like that. Okay, a little crooked here because of over there, but 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? That's that line, number 14. All right, we're going to use green for number 6. Oh, we don't need to use this. Okay. All right, so number 16. It says that we have a negative 5, negative 1, 5, and then positive 1, negative 2. And it told us that our slope was a negative 2, 7. And so the question is, what was the mistake? Well, let's see. If we're here at the negative 2 line on y and then made it to the positive 5 line on y, let's see what our rise was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Our rise was 7. And therefore our run here, from here to here, was 1, 2, negative 2. So in other words, what happened was, instead of them putting the y over the x, they put the x over the y. And that's the error that they made. Okay? Now, here on number 18, they asked us to find the slope of the line. Well, according to our diagram, we can extrapolate some information. From here to here, we know it's 550, so they must have started at 0. And from here to here is 1600. All right, so therefore we know then the change from 0, our rise, was 550. And so for our run from 0 to here was 1600. So then therefore that's a slope of our line. Now if we wanted to simplify, we can simplify by, first of all, we can take off the 10, and that would give us 55 over 160. Then we can divide by 5. That would give us 11 here. Give us 335 there. And so then the slope of the line is 11 over 35. All right, that's our lesson for 10.4 even. I'll see you in the morning by God's grace.